Well, hello. Hopefully you're doing pretty well today. My name is Deborah. I am an independent designer of Chalk Couture. And today I'm going to be making a project using the board and base. I really love this product. This is a reusable surface. It is to mimic chalkboard. It is a thick quality acrylic. And that's what I'm going to be using today, along with, I believe this was September's Chalk Couture transfer of the month. So I'm going to use that. And I'm also going to use this little Give Thanks tab that was part of the Season's Best kit. So I'm going to use those along with the chalkable chips. These are also the same material, they're just a little bit thinner. So I'm going to be using those, and I'm going to be using, I have some paste packets open from previous projects that I've done. So I'm going to use those. This is, I believe, Shimmer Harvest, and this is Pesto. So I'm going to be using just those two colors. So first thing I need to do is, where is my fuzzing cloth? Oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. Can't believe I forgot my fuzzing cloth. It's been one of those days. But anyhow. Alright, first thing I need to do, I'm going to peel my transfer off. Now it came in a sleeve and it has instructions on there. And I have obviously used this. These are reusable transfers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a border. I think I'm going to go like this as a border. So even though you may not have this club transfer, let's say you have one with other leaves or something else that you might want to use as a border, this is just to give you some inspiration. I'm hoping this is what I can do for you, is give some inspiration and ideas of things that you can do with these transfers. Like I'm combining a couple different transfers here. All right, this is the shiny side. Hopefully you can see that this is the side it goes back on once I have it clean. And this is the matte side. And how I know is I have it written on the back. So I'm going to set that aside. All right, I want this side. Oh, first I have to fuzz it. I'm all excited to get started. I forgot to fuzz. And why you fuzz, in case you have not seen any of my previous videos or you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, is because this is sticky. Now, I messed this up. This was the first project I ever did in transfer, and I stuck it on paper, and that part won't come off. So, note to self, don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. All right, I'm going to put this, I think this is pretty close. There's a little bit of an edge there. I'm going to move this over just a hair. I'm just kind of eyeballing this here. I need to stand up for a moment so I can see what I'm doing, kind of. And I just position it in the same spot. All right. So I don't want it quite all the way to the edge on the left-hand side. And you'll see why in just a moment. All right. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now I'm just smoothing it out. Make sure there are no wrinkles, no little air bubbles, any little fuzzies when I fuzzed my cloth that might be preventing a good adhesion. See, like right there? There's a little line there. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a little fuzzy on there. So I need to try to pick that off, because what happened is the paste paint will not go through. All right, let's try putting this down again. All right, I think that is pretty good. I'm going to lay my towel down over here so this is not constantly sticking. I'm going to get this base out of my way. And I am going to use the Pesto for all this. I'm going to do all this one color. And open this up here. This is the Pesto. I'm going to knead this a little bit. Make sure it's kind of mixed in. I used it earlier, so it should be pretty well kneaded. But if yours has been sitting for a little bit, give it a good knead before you try squeezing some out. Now I have a little ceramic plate here that I'm going to be using. Maybe. Ooh, there we go. All right, let me see if I can get a little bit more out. Push it all down to the bottom so I could tape this back up. Now I did make another video on how to open and close and store up your paste packets, and this is not the way because I would be guessing the name. So I'll post, if possible, at the end of the video, I'll post somewhere. I think it'd be on the video. I'm hoping Yahoo, not Yahoo, why did I say Yahoo? YouTube. Hopefully YouTube will let me do that, but I would like to go ahead and post a, either I'll post a link to the video in the description box for sure, but I'm going to try to post a link also inside the video at the end of the video. We'll give that a try. Okay, now that I blended that up, I'm going to use my mini squeegee, and I'm just going to go ahead and load up our squeegee and put this on. Some areas I'm going a little thick here. That's fine, because I can just go ahead and swipe off the excess. Actually, I think I might have had just enough paste there. And do I have everything covered? Oh, I got a little lip there, a little tip of the leaf. I think that is pretty much it here. Get the extra off. And then I'm just going to go ahead, swipe this off, set that down. I'm going to start from the corner, and then I'm going to pull up on either side towards the middle. Kind of slowly, hoping you can see that. That turned out really good. I like that. All right, I'm going to lay this down on my towel, not my fuzzing cloth towel. I have a little paint towel, a little scrap towel here. Whoop. Sorry, I just bumped the stand on my camera. I'm gonna put it sticky side up, and I just have a little spritz bottle of water to keep that mesh moist. If you have a little pan or something like that that will hold your transfer, you can just put a little bit of water on the bottom and do that, but just don't leave it in there for any length of time because it will start working on the adhesive, and it takes some of it off, and you don't want that. Okay, so I cleaned. Here, I got a piece of paper towel. So I've gone ahead and cleaned my squeegee off. I'm going to get my dryer here, my little heat tool dryer. I'm going to try drying this off a little bit. As it dries, it looks like it lightens up some. I like this color, that is nice. Now, if you find this video going ahead and giving you any inspiration, or you just like the idea of it, if you could, just go ahead and like, please subscribe, and also hit that notification bell when you subscribe, so that way you'll know when I come out with another video. And if you know of somebody else that would be able to use this information, give them some ideas, give them some inspiration, please feel free to share it with them. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, I think this will be dry enough. Let me just, no paint came up. That is good. Let me set that down. Now I'm going to move on to one of the chocolate chips here. Okay, hopefully you can see that. There we go. And I'm going to be using the Give Thanks. I've already marked it on the back. And I'm going to be using that with the Shimmer Harvest. I think this is a little bit more of a yellow gold versus the Shimmer Gold. The Shimmer Gold kind of reminds me of an antique brass. That's just my opinion. Okay, I'm going to mix this up. Give it a little kneading. Turn this around here. See if I can squeeze some of this out. It might have been dried. I haven't used this in a bit. We will find out. Okay, first I need to get some down towards the opening. Okay, could use probably a little bit more. I know it doesn't take much paste to do these projects, but I think I need a little bit more than that. Make sure I have good coverage. All right, that should be plenty. All right, let me get my buzzing cloth. And you just go ahead and peel it off. There we go. That is sticky. This is why we have to fuzz it. Just enough to take some of the tack off. Because if you do it straight onto your surface, when you go to remove it, it could distort it and stretch it out, which you would not be able to use it. All right, let me move that again. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and try to center this. I start at the middle, work my way out. Okay, I'm going to take some of this. Shimmer Harvest, I really like that. Okay, off the excess. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Now that's on. I grab it from the corners. And then in the middle. And just peel and reveal. That turned out really nice. I like that. All right, I'm going to turn this over here. I'm going to spray that. Okay, now let me get my little dryer. Set that aside. I can clean that off later. And get this dry. Ooh, that's warm. Toasting my fingers. Looks like it may be dry. Let's test it. Oh, nothing came up. That is good. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, it's totally up to you. I like to keep my surfaces, I don't want to hot glue anything to my surfaces. I like to have some versatility and reuse them. So what I'm going to do is I have some black ribbon. I think it's like a 1/4 inch satin ribbon here. Satin on one side, it's slightly a little bit matte on the other. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But anyway, I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape. And I'm going to I'm going to flip this over on the back side. Well, you know what? Let's first make sure we've got this pretty much where I want it. I don't need to be taping it off on the wrong side because I want this to hang upright. upside down. All right. And I'm just going to put a piece of Scotch tape on the back there. See how it's a little off? We do not want that. So I guess we will just kind of eyeball it, put the tape on over that, and there we go. Let's see how that's going to hang. I like that. And then what I'm going to do is have it over here, and then actually let's try doing this again. Let's lay our tape where we want it, and then let's stick this on top. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Get a piece of Scotch tape, and I'm just going to tape it on the back. And there we go. And I've got my scissors here. I'm just going to cut it off right there. And then you just go ahead and put that on your base. I really like how that turned out. But I'm going to go ahead. I have some green ribbon here. So I was thinking about tying some green ribbon at the bottom, but that's not necessary if you just want that to be the focus. But I really like how that turned out. So I'm going to take some ribbon here. I'm going to do, not the shiny side. You see where that's shiny and this is not as shiny? I'm going to take the side that is not as shiny. I'm just going to wrap this around here. I need to leave myself enough. I'm not a good bow person. I really need to work on that. But I try. I'm not going to give up. Practice, practice, practice. It's been a long time since I've been like doing bows. So, all right, I'm going to sit down for this. And try to center that. Lay that on top. And then I am just going to tie a simple bow. Attempt to tie a simple bow. Okay. And pull that up just a little bit. Let me see if I can get that tail to go down a bit. This is not wired, obviously. There we go. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and fold that. Oh, no. We'll see if I cut this right. I'm used to doing it this way. No, I think I need to go. Yep, that's what I thought I did. There we go. Why do I keep doing the same thing? I've done this before. I've never had any issues. And I get on camera and here we are. Like I said, I need to work on my bow making skills. There we go. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. Did I get that one right? Yeah, I did. Oh, this is comical. All right. And there we have it. I really like that how that turned out. Now, like I said, you can go ahead and if you have a different type of transfer, you're more than welcome to use that. Just go ahead and you can use some other saying besides give thanks. It's just an idea. I really like it. Just gives a little bit of dimension. It makes it just a little bit different. I like how this turned out. I hope you did too. And thank you so much for watching.